Victims of domestic violence stuck in limbo. They're waiting to see if the courts will come to their rescue, but that wait can be a long one. News 13 has learned hundreds of domestic violence cases piled up in the Bernalillo County District Attorney's Office. On special assignment, News 13's Lizzie Mitri exposes the problem and what the DA has to say about it.
The time delay makes people feel like people aren't there for them.
We obviously have to move faster.
An anonymous tipster sent News 13 these images. Domestic violence cases piling up in the Bernalillo County District Attorney's Office. So we went straight to District Attorney Raul Torres to find out what's going on.
It's obviously disappointing to me to have that kind of delay.
He says this captures roughly 500 cases, each one linked to a victim left waiting anywhere from 2 to 5 months without hearing a thing after calling police about misdemeanor domestic violence crimes like assault, theft, and restraining order violations.
Every single case that comes into the office and every single victim of crime in the community deserves to have immediate attention.
Specifically, he says this backlog is made up of criminal summons cases where police didn't arrest anyone yet because the suspects may have already left the scene, for example.
For a victim, whether it's a misdemeanor or a felony, it's they're afraid, it's they're unsafe, and that they don't know what might happen to them.
Amy Whitfield is the executive director of the Domestic Violence Resource Center in Albuquerque.
A lot of times what victims feel is that nobody is on their side, no one is there for them.
The Resource Center helps roughly 3,000 people a year with things like getting restraining orders and counseling for victims and their children.
But Whitfield says that's just a small fraction of the cases that police respond to, and it can be tough for domestic violence victims to reach out for help.
They're isolated from their support systems, their family, their friends. So really being able to reach out means that they're leaving behind the perpetrator, who is essentially their only support.
So when someone does call for help, Whitfield says it's important to respond.
The amount of effort that it takes for a domestic violence survivor to come forward, if they're not contacted immediately, it means that they may end up staying within that relationship, or they may end up changing their mind about prosecution.
Since News 13 called the DA's office last week about the backup of criminal summons domestic violence cases, they say they've caught up on calling victims for now.
Right now there is no backlog. The question for us, though, is to how do we sustain this over the long run.
Torres says victim advocates used to be calling people who reported these kinds of cases within 2 weeks, compared with an average of 2 months now. That's because there used to be more victim advocates and investigators working these cases.
We moved some of those resources into the felony side of the office so that we could increase the case speed on those most violent and dangerous repeat offenders.
He says taking quick action on court cases is one of the best ways to deter someone from committing more crimes in the future, and focusing resources to move fast on the few repeat offenders responsible for the majority of crime is working to drop the overall number of criminal cases in Bernalillo County. His hope is eventually the falling crime rate will mean more manageable caseloads for his staff, so victims aren't left waiting and wondering about their cases. On special assignment, Lizzie Mitri, KRQE News 13.
The DA says he put in a budget request this year for more investigators and victim advocates. He's also calling on more volunteers to work with victims through the Victim Services Alliance. To learn how you can help as a volunteer, go to alwaysonkRQE.com.